Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the noon news from Montana's news leader.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us on your MTN statewide news today. I'm Jeanelle Slade. Well, topping state news this noon, we've learned former Montana Republican Congressman Ron Marlene died Sunday night in Bozeman. He was 84 years old. Now, Marlene, a farmer and rancher from Scobie, won the Eastern District congressional seat in 1976 and was reelected 7 times. No other Montana Republican has served longer in the U.S. House. He then lost a close statewide race in 1992, but stayed involved with the Republican Party and donated his congressional papers to Montana State University in 2006. Well, firefighters battled a large brush fire as high winds fueled the flames south of Butte last night. The blaze was reported just before 6 o'clock off of Interstate 15 near Moose Creek. That's about 25 miles south of Butte. Volunteer firefighters from Butte, Rocker, and Melrose fought the high winds as they put out the flames on the dry brush. Well, fire and wind do not mix, and the winds are already blowing hard today. Rob Griggs standing by in the Weather Center now, tracking those high winds. Are we going to blow away?
Boy, howdy, Jeanelle. I'll tell you what, the wind really is howling. The only saving grace is the temperatures aren't all that terribly cool. But again, with the fire conditions around the state, especially in northeastern Montana, not a good combo. You can see that very strong northwesterly flow under mostly clear skies. And again, one of the downsides, it's dry. That storm system up toward the northeast moving out of Alberta and Saskatchewan, leaving in its wake a red flag fire warning for northeastern Montana. It's warm, it's dry, the winds will increase the fire risk today, so we will be keeping an eye on those, and obviously we want to be very careful outside with any burning whatsoever. Just not a good day anywhere in the state. How windy is it going to be and for how long? We'll give you the complete statewide forecast in just a little bit. Jeanelle?
All right, thanks so much, Rob. Well, this afternoon, the state is confirming 2 new cases of COVID-19 here in Montana. One case in Yellowstone County, the other in Cascade County. The Yellowstone County case involved a man in his 30s. The Cascade County man was in his 50s. Confirmed cases across the state now total 451. 356 of those have recovered. As many Montana businesses opened yesterday across the state, in Missoula, health department officials opted for stricter guidance. Missoula health officials believe more time is needed to implement tools for a safe reopening and will remain closed unless there is curbside pickup or delivery. The local restriction could be lifted this Friday if businesses adhere to several rules. Now, many residents have voiced their opinions online and sent emails requesting a slower reopening. Well, events are limited to 25 people in Phase 1, including festivals, markets, private parties outside of home, and other events. Well, under the governor's reopening plan, school districts across the state have the option of reopening on May 7th. While many have voted to continue online education for the rest of the year, Great Falls School Board members have not yet made the call. The Cascade County Health Department, Sheriff's Office, school board members, and district nurses all met and brought up points about what each step would entail to reopen the Great Falls School District. From the discussion, there are too many roadblocks, although no official decision has been made. One issue brought up, the possibility of PPE or personal protection equipment for staff and or students. MTN News will, of course, continue to update as we learn more about when Great Falls Public Schools will make a decision. Well, 4 families who had been living at God's Love Shelter in Helena have now moved to a temporary shelter outside Elliston. Organizers from around the area worked together to set up alternative housing at the YMCA's Camp Child. 5 adults and 8 children were taken up to the camp Friday. God's Love leaders say the families are adjusting very well. The move was aimed at making it easier to maintain social distancing for people in the shelter and reduce the risk of spreading the coronavirus. Lewis and Clark County, the cities of Helena and East Helena, and Rocky Mountain Development Council have committed funding to this program. Organizations like the Elkhorn Co-Ad and local health providers are all offering support. Camp Child can house up to 7 families. Organizations here are looking for other local families experiencing homelessness to fill those remaining spots. Well, after several years of discussion and planning, a new fountain is going up this week in Helena's Park Hill, the site where Helena's Confederate Fountain once stood. MTN's Jonathan Ambarian reports organizers of the Equity Fountain project say now is an appropriate time for the project to move forward.
The Equity Fountain project has experienced some stops and starts since it began 2 years ago.
We've been encountering a few of the unexpected delays one way or another.
Most recently, the COVID-19 restrictions forced a delay in installing the new fountain. But on Monday morning, organizers were finally ready to put it into place in Hill Park. The fountain, called the Sphere of Interconnectedness, will include 2 parts, a 4,500-pound millstone and a 4-foot stainless steel sphere with words like respect and equality printed on it in English and tribal languages.
Just goes back to the celebration of how connected we are and interconnected we are.
The new fountain replaces Helena's former Confederate Memorial Fountain, which was removed from Hill Park in 2017. On Monday morning, a construction crew placed the millstone on a concrete base. They then turned on the water to make sure it flowed evenly over the stone. The sphere was put into place Monday afternoon. While the coronavirus emergency means there won't be an official unveiling for now, organizers say it gives a fitting atmosphere for the installation.
The compassion that people have shown demonstrates the values that this fountain celebrates. So in many respects, this is a good start for this fountain. It's a good way to put this up now to celebrate our coming together as a people.
In Helena, Jonathan Amberian, MTN News.
Thanks, Jonathan. And the Equity Fountain Project organizers are looking for donations to create a fund to pay for future maintenance. If you are interested in contributing, you can do that through the Montana Community Foundation. Well, an 18-year-old woman has been arrested in connection with one of 2 fatal shootings in Billings over the last couple days. Raisha Blacksmith of Lodge Grass is being held in connection to last night's shooting near Central Park. But police are still looking for more suspects. A 24-year-old man was found shot in the driveway of a home on the 20 block of Florine Lane. He died a short time later at the hospital. The victim's name has not yet been released. And authorities have now identified a 50-year-old man shot in downtown Billings on Sunday night. Yellowstone County Coroner Cliff Mahoney says Micah Myron died from a single gunshot wound to the chest. It happened just before 10 p.m. in the front yard of a home in the 100 block of South 31st Street. Myron died at the hospital. Police do not believe the 2 shootings are related. Still ahead on your noon news, a way to stop and smell the roses. We take you inside a Western Montana flower shop, soon to be back open for business. The time now is 12:07, but first, Rob's in next with your statewide weather forecast.